Bye, Felicia. Kourtney Kardashian kicks Scott Disick to the curb once and for all. Kourtney Kardashian has officially moved on from Scott Disick, but the Lord can't seem to get the point. Here's how Scott feels about his ex moving on once and for all. But before we jump in, hit that like and subscribe button to be notified and updated on the latest Kardashian drama and news. It's a romance that doesn't seem to have an end. For more than a decade, fans and viewers of Keeping Up with the Kardashians have been obsessed with Kourtney and Scott's on-and-off relationship. As one of the most explosive, shocking, and controversial romances in all of Hollywood, Kourtney and Scott have definitely earned their way on top of the headlines. But after their breakup in 2015, the parents of three have gone on to have separate relationships and love affairs. Still, even with their side adventures, Scott has somehow always found his way back to Kourtney. But the real question is, does the Poosh director want her ex-boyfriend back? Even though Scott will always have a place in Kourtney's heart, the oldest member of the Kardashian-Jenner clan has been head over heels with her new boyfriend, Travis Barker. Ever since insiders announced this new Hollywood love back in February of 2021, Kourt and Travis have failed to get their hands off of each other. From adorable social media posts to steamy makeout sessions in Italy, the parents are not being shy about their love. And while fans and stans can't get enough of this sweet love, it's Scott Disick who has a hard time accepting the reality. For those of you who may have missed it, in late August of 2021, Kourtney Kardashian ex-boyfriend Younes Benjamar went onto his Instagram stories to seemingly expose and call out Scott Disick. You see, after Scott and Kourt broke it off in 2015, the reality TV star began dating the Algerian model Younes. Even though their relationship lasted a few years, we now know that things ended on a rough note between Kourt and Younes. That is why Scott thought he could confide in Kardashian's ex-boyfriend. On the 31st of August 2021, Scott sent a private DM to Younes on Instagram. In the messages, we saw Scott seemingly shading Kourtney and Travis Barker's PDA. Along with sending a pic of Kourt and Travis kissing on a yacht in Italy, Scott said to Younes, "Yo, is this chick okay? Bro, like, what is this? In the middle of Italy?" To this, the model responded with, "Doesn't matter to me as long as she's happy. P.S. I ain't your bro." Along with leaking the private Instagram message, Younes made sure to embarrass Scott by captioning his Insta story with, "Keep the same energy you had about me publicly, privately." And so, as you see, even though Younes and Kourtney may not have ended on a great note, the model still chose to respect Kourtney's private relationship with the rock star Travis Barker, and didn't choose to get involved in drama with Scott Disick. And here's where this love triangle gets juicier. Just recently, Kourt's friends spoke to magazine tabloids about how the parents of three have a so-called non-existent relationship. Even though the reality TV parents were once very friendly and cordial, it looks like Kourt has given Scott an official boot. Sources and insiders have shared, outside of co-parenting, Scott and Kourtney's relationship is non-existent. He's really just focused on being there for his kids and spending time with them, as well as focused on his brand and any opportunities that come his way. What's really got him riled up is the effect Travis Barker and Kourtney's relationship is having on his relationship with Kourtney. It is more strained than ever. But that's not where the drama ends. Even more close Hollywood sources have told the truth about the very tense and unusual relationship between Kourtney and Travis. As told by Entertainment Tonight's insiders, Scott has really distanced himself from Kourtney recently. Of course, they are still cordial when it comes to the kids, but they aren't hanging out as much or doing things as a family. The communication has become strictly about the kids. It's uncomfortable for Scott to see Kourtney in a serious relationship, although he knew this day would come. He is glad she's happy, but it's definitely been hard on him. He doesn't like to bring it up, and it's a weird conversation for him. At one point, the family was really encouraging Scott and Kourtney to try the relationship again, and it's a bit of an eye-opener for him that it's truly never going to happen. Another insider also shared the same sentiment. Kourtney and Scott are definitely not as close as they once were. Scott has some unsettled ill will towards Kourtney and Travis being together, and Kourtney is over the jealousy. She thinks Scott needs to grow up. Kourtney and Travis have grown even closer since traveling together. They have gotten so much more serious to the point that they could very well spend the rest of their lives together. They are both very committed and very happy. Their kids are also excited about a bigger, closer future together. The source also goes on to add how Kourtney has helped Travis regain confidence in so many aspects of his life, including flying again, and he can't imagine his life without her at this point. Travis makes Kourtney laugh, and he is honest, sincere, genuinely caring, and a great dad, lover, and partner. The list goes on and on. Kourtney loves all of those qualities about him and finds him very endearing. And last but not least, the insiders also confirmed how Kourtney is doing her best not to let the truth be revealed to her children. As it was explained by Kardashian's team, Kourt doesn't want Mason, Penelope, and Rain to know that she and Scott are fighting or not getting along. The insider stated, Scott and Kourtney have always had a public united front and have done a great job co-parenting. Kourtney doesn't want her kids seeing anything online that makes it look like their parents don't get along. As you can see, it's very evident and clear that Kourtney K does not want to get back with her cheating ex-boyfriend Scott Disick. After months and months of trying to get on her good side, Scott has simply failed to be as Kourtney wanted him to be. Especially after seeing how Disick changed himself and matured for his newer relationships. Let's take a look at Sofia Richie as an example. Even though the model was only 19 when she got together with Disick, the pair went on to grow and mature together. But after 3 years of being in a loving relationship, Scott decided to end things. And it was all because of Kourtney, as reported by numerous sources and insiders. They have been off and on for 2 months. Sofia really pushed to make things work between them after they initially broke up, but Scott officially called it off recently and they are no longer speaking. Friends attributed their 15-year age difference becoming an issue. He's in a very much different place in his life, really focused on a more quiet lifestyle, his kids, and his investment business. And Sofia is really still trying to figure out what she wants to do, which drove them apart over time. It bothers Sofia to see Scott flirt with Kourtney on Instagram and publicly. She is making it a point to do her own thing. Scott is always going to be in love with Kourtney, and that's something Sofia has had to face since even before she got serious with him. It's been an ongoing thing. It's just become more apparent that his family was more of a priority than she was, and his family would be his main priority over anything and anyone. But it's not only the insiders who are spilling the real tea about where Scott's heart is at, because the father of 3 has confessed himself that he is still holding on to the hope of getting back with Kourtney. Surprisingly enough, the Lord himself has been very honest about his breakup and drama with Sofia. Thanks to the Keeping Up with the Kardashian cameras, Scott has gone on to explain the situation to the viewers and the rest of the Kardashian-Jenner clan. Scott told Khloe, "Even when doing that, I feel like she just started wanting to push Kourtney out, and I said that's the most important thing to me, is my kids, and that's my family and the only family I have, including you guys along with it." And she was like, "I want to share you as a boyfriend with Kourtney." And then she literally said with an ultimatum, "You have to choose me or Kourtney." I said, "How could you even want that for me?" It just became an impossible relationship to keep carrying on with. But that's not all Scott had to share in this episode of KUWTK. During his confessionals, the father of 3 broke down the situation. "Nothing in a million years will be worth what we have, and I truthfully believe if the right person were to even come along into Kourtney's life or my life, us having children and having this amazing relationship would only be a plus to the outsider. Life gets really weird when you're living with someone and that your world just gets so small and you're spending 24 hours a day with people. I mean, you can look at the news and see that people are getting divorced left and right. And I definitely think it did create a problem between Sophie and I think we kind of saw some things in each other that weren't us being on the same page, I guess. But I guess not everyone can be a winner. After all, Kourtney has finally put an end to her on and off relationship with Scott Disick. But has the father of 3 done the same? What do you think? Do you agree with Eunice's shade over Scott Disick's Instagram message comments? Are Kourtney and Travis relationship goals? Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe and give us a like. And don't forget to turn on your post notifications and share this video with your friends. Goodbye, everyone.